number 4. Approach the bench. You are being accused of offending someone online. How do you plead?
Guilty.
State your name for the record.
My name is Make Me a Sandwich, bitch.
With the mob, many mansions for the stars, intellectual flex hard, girl, you know man. Who rappers in they crib, in my age, that's where I live, and this how I pay my bills. I love living here, be straight thug living here, and all my thugs is here, and we be bold and you here, girl, you know man. No, girl, you know man. No, girl, you know man. No, oh, you know man. No, girl, you know Nan. No.
Okay, Joy. Okay, so let me show something else in. Hold on. Hold on a second. I'm trying to find it. Well, that's right. Never mind. Look, Joy. F.E. Island was a repo trader. Well, kind of like a repo trader. It was completely asinine. But I put it up just to make a point. I was actually gonna take it out a couple of days, but I didn't have the heart to do it. So, it was. I've been having a lot of people just saying a lot of things, and then you look at a lot of things going on around you or on YouTube. Look at the live stuff, and it's just amazing how really bad it is. And well, as far as flat earth goes, the live flat earth streams, and it just seems like it's just one after another that is some sort of fanboy of some type or another. And it's like fucking whack-a-mole. I mean, and the thing is they catch a lot of new people coming in, and maybe it's good that they do catch a lot of new people coming in, because then the new people can wise up real quick. And that's fine, but when you're stumbling onto something like that, the last thing you need is, in my opinion, is just a bunch of crazy mess. And even though I couldn't tell anybody. Tracy knew, but I just stuck it up, and not for fooling anybody that I know, like anybody that I hang out with, like you or anybody else in chat. There's nobody that would be hanging out here that channel was made for. Although I couldn't say nothing to y'all because it was kind of off the cuff, number one, and maybe I could have planned it better with y'all, and maybe let people know that, you know, the right people, let the right people know that I could trust, keep the damn mouth shut, sort of thing. But the main thing I was doing was, I just gotten to the point one more. I woke up, I don't know, it was that morning. I kind of dicked around on YouTube for a little while, and I was like, you know, I done showed these motherfuckers how to put up a damn flat earth fucking channel, a 24/7 flat earth channel. I done showed them how to do it. I mean, damn, I done showed you how to do it. I mean, let me show you again, just so you don't, I don't think you understand. This is how you do it. And how you do it is, you can't, I don't know why, I don't get on here and try to ride anybody's fucking coattail or, you know, as far as like flat earth content or anything like that. Let the channels that created the content play their own content. You don't need to help them out. And if they do need help, then you know, then I guess they're not worth viewing or something like that. I don't know. It's just like all these fucking bullshit fucking live channels, and they're all being run by the same couple of people who's always doing them, and it's just like, people just so fucking dumb. So I put that channel up just to show them how to do it. I even heard some commentary where Tracy pointed it at me. I think it was this morning or this afternoon. Just, you know, because she knows I ain't gonna listen to nobody's bullshit long, and she just said, let me just play 3 seconds or 10 seconds or something like that. She hit the play button on the video, and the motherfucker, literally, I shit you not. This dude goes, because they were trying to talk shit about that channel already. Like, it was because I put that channel up, and because I'm Jeff Stewart, it's like they couldn't resist but to take some shots, and the shots were mystification and where did he get all that? Where did that come from? And the thing is they don't understand. I could do that for fucking 7 days and nobody see the same fucking junk twice, or maybe twice. If it's good stuff, I'd show it twice. But I could keep that shit going for a long time, and I don't need nobody. Hey, let me tell you, Joker, something. I don't need anybody else's fucking content to make a 24/7 flat earth fucking channel, bitches. I don't need anybody's content. I can do it just fine all by myself. I hope you understand that. If I wanted to get back involved with it, I wouldn't be trying to chase down a bunch of new people that just fell into it. You dumbasses. You might make fun of me and the people I hang out with, but I tell you what, I've been hanging out with them for fucking years. I mean, it might just seems like it's a big giveaway in this fucking channel and everybody gets along and shit like that, like they're all smoking a bunch of dope or something, but they're not. They've been hanging out with each other for years. And while they were hanging out with each other for years, they were doing shit like watching videos that I made for years. Not videos that I copied and regurgitated and posted back up in fucking some other fashion. My shit, always current, always new. That's what I was doing. And that's how I can put this shit up. I know y'all don't get, I know you don't understand. I know you don't get it. I know you don't get it. And you don't remember that stuff because you weren't there. That's why you don't remember that stuff. I played it as a good point to make, because I knew anybody that remembered anything pretty much that I played, well, half the stuff that I played anyway, maybe a quarter of the stuff that I played, the only people that would have seen that would have been people who was there. And see, that's why nobody knows you. Everybody thinks, no, you weren't there. Even if you were sitting on the sidelines, fucking everybody knew everybody, bitches. Everybody knew everybody. And you weren't there. So, I appreciate you listening. Let's move on. Does he get that, Joy? Is that good, Joy? Does that make sense, Joy? And I'm sorry if that hurt your feelings or had you going weird or anything. I thought you got it when I talked to you the other day in chat, or the comment. I don't remember what. I think you left a comment and I responded to it. So I didn't want you to be confused, Joy. You are not to be confused. Anyway. And that's what pisses me off, is I fucking showed them how to do it. I showed fucking people how to do it. I showed them how to do it. You gotta fucking work on your shit. You gotta work on your shit. You gotta work on your shit. You gotta work on your shit. That's how you do it. You gotta work on your shit. Not my shit, not somebody else's shit. You gotta work on your shit. Richard Clark had brought up earlier the missile seen spotted by some poor old defenseless Hawaiians sitting out on the beach with coconuts on their titties. Alright, so Richard, can I show you something? We don't mind, do you? I don't know, you don't mind, but I want to show you something. In the Navy, out in the ocean, Richard, in the United States Navy, out on the ocean. So, like, Navy boats got big guns and bigger bullets and missiles and guided missiles, and so they shoot shit off all the time, but generally they stay away from the land. If you know where to look, you can see it. It doesn't matter where they shoot it off. But if you're far enough away, it would just look like a plane. And they do this all the time. Why, the Navy, man, they drop $10 million worth of fucking missiles into the ocean every single day. That's not the Navy drops probably a couple of $1 million worth of 50 caliber ammo into the ocean every day. Just target practicing on buoys and shit like that. So if you see missiles flying around off the coast of Hawaii, I can promise you they're Navy missiles. Now, whether they are meant to scare or otherwise, let me just show you some video of a ground-based interceptor. Okay, so a missile is being fired from the atoll, or which is a string of islands kind of out in fucking Nowhereville, where they used to light off nuclear bombs a lot, down in the Pacific. And they do this about 3 times a year. This test right here, they do 3 times a year. So here, I'll show you the test so you can see the test. And there are silos in Hawaii, but they don't change them out that much. They don't really shoot much from them. they'll turn them all on and fucking open the doors and shit like that, but they don't really fire too many missiles out of silos in Hawaii because the enemy will know where those silos are because they're close enough to them. And they could know, they could see it or whatever. So they don't really fire out of silos in Hawaii, and that's why. But they fire other missiles at incoming targets all the time for tests. And this is what it looks like right here. Now this is somewhere down really close to North Korea. And they're firing this thing off, and it's screaming towards the United States right now. Towards the West Coast. This is Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. At the same time, sees this and lights his own little vibrator off. And that vibrator shoots off into the atmosphere to meet the other vibrator, and they have them a big old explosive vibrator party. And they can even do it in Technicolor for those that like old porn. Okay, so anyway, I don't know where Richard is. I'm not going to explain that shit again. I'm not going to explain that shit again, Richard. I did that just for you, Richard. Where the fuck did he go? I don't even understand. But if you are standing in Hawaii and you see a missile light off, and then you see maybe another missile or something like that, I can promise you they ain't coming from North Korea. And let me tell you folks another goddamn thing too. If they thought we was fixing to get nuked by North Korea, they had already had sailors taking sodium iodine pills. They would have already passed them out to fucking Hawaiians. Especially the laced the baby formula stuff with the sodium iodine in it. Dumbasses. I mean, there's so many things that would happen if they thought that we were under like some sort of nuclear threat or something like that. Everything else you're going to see is a false flag, a fake flag. It's just bullshit. Don't believe nothing you hear. I don't care if it's fucking alarm bells and they're coming over the damn loudspeaker saying we're under alien attack. I can promise you we're not under alien attack. And I can promise you should just slow down and walk slowly to your point of egress and get somewhere safe out of the way of the hallucinogenic fucking masses running around like chickens with their fucking heads cut off. We know whatever they do is going to be just like 9/11, but a lot worse. It's not a matter of if they do something, Richard. It's not a matter of if they do something. It's just a matter of when. If you know 9/11 was an inside job and you believe in your heart 9/11 was an inside job, but you think for some reason that 9/11 was the last and final inside job, well, I can assure you it ain't gonna be, wasn't, isn't. So let's go over some headlines today, since everybody wants to scream headlines, show me the headlines. Any other questions on that? Anything else you want to add to that? Oh, now he comes back. You know what, Richard? The hell with you. I am not ever explaining anything to you again. That is so fucked up. That is so fucked up. I never been so done wrong in all my life. So yeah, okay. Let's talk about some headlines. All right. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Oh shit, Laura Gale. All right. Damn girls out there. We got a room full of girls out there. You boys better watch your wallets. and a lot of other things, them girls will get it. They'll get it. Flu spread just by breathing. I'm guessing it's fucking vaccine related too. Ha 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 ha. Did you get your vaccine this year? Psh, fucking vaccines work like a motherfucker, don't they? You better quit fucking getting them goddamn vaccines when you go to the doctor to get your polyps looked at. You better stop. You don't let them poke you with no needles you don't need or want. But if you got the chemtrail flu from the wrong needle this year, hey, enjoy it. Absolutely enjoy it. I ain't even gonna say, oh, sorry, you took the flu vaccine and you got sick. Oh, I'm so sorry. That is so pitiful. That is so bad. Nah, I ain't gonna fucking say shit like that at all. I'm gonna be like, how sick are you? Are you really sick or just kind of sick? I was just wondering, like, really fucking sick, like bad sick, or just like kind of sick? Because that's kind of sucks. Is it? Yes, Rob. Vaccines will give you the clap as well. Not dirty old nasty hookers and stuff like that. That's what they tell you. That's what your mama told you, because she didn't want you messing around with them kind of girls. But I can assure you, the clap, you get that in the libraries. So, anyway, what's the next thing? Let's see. Child suffers hallucinations from Tamiflu. Heard devil's voice in her ear. Well, I ain't gonna say nothing funny and jokey because it's a damn kid that they're talking about. I'm gonna say that the damn devil got a hold of her mama and daddy and had her take some damn Tamiflu. That's a vaccine. That's a flu vaccine. So her parents must have been whispering in her ear. That's what I'm thinking. We're not ready for the next pandemic. We ain't even been through the primary pandemic. What are they talking about? We're not ready for the next. What kind of pandemic were we ever ready for? I don't understand. What is this that we're not ready? What pandemic are they talking about that we suffered from? The mumps? The measles? Polio? Yeah, because they made excellent. They wiped shit out. Back then, they'd give you a polio vaccine and you'd never get fucking polio. They give you a mumps vaccine or whatever. You'd never get that shit either. There's a lot of things they knocked out that have made a really big comeback. But for some reason, the medical technology is moving backwards when it comes to knocking shit out for good. What? Make a sick-free nation? Then people couldn't call in sick to work, right? That'd be fucked up, man. Think of how many people all over the United States call in sick to work today because they didn't feel like going in. That's a lot of people. Now, them people got fired for that because they couldn't claim to be sick. I mean, think of the repercussions. Let's see. What do we got? Electronic skin manipulates objects without touching them. Ooh, sounds like some man and machine shit to me. Dead woman gives birth. Wow. It's a very sad story. Las Vegas County Sheriff says still no motive for Vegas shooter. Man, I'm guessing you didn't watch my videos. I told you what he was. I told you he was a Clinton operative. He was a money cow. He was a cash cow. He carried cash into the fucking casinos and dumped it in large amounts. You only report earnings, you dumbass sheriff. You don't report losses. I tell you, man, I don't understand. Dude owned 2 airplanes. Connected to Clinton Foundation. You still don't know no motives? No motives whatsoever. Just no damn motives whatsoever. Got a fucking tattoo of a 13 right here on his neck that would have put him in with dealing weapons as well. Maybe to some MS-13 guys. Because that's what they do. They got a 13 right here on their neck. And so did that guy. It was just a scar-looking tattoo. 13. Oh, none of you motherfuckers saw that, did you? It's in all the damn pictures. All you gotta do is blow the pictures up. Just blow the pictures up big and look at them. That's all you gotta do. Sometimes I wonder. Some of these people that investigated fucking Las Vegas, did they look at anything? Did they look at any pictures of anything whatsoever? Any? None? I don't think so. I think they looked at what they pretty much found, and they looked at them in the way that they were presented and no further. Just the official narrative. If you want to investigate some fucking picture foolery or things that don't add up with pictures, the first person you need to give them fucking pictures to is somebody that's been shooting NASA down for the last goddamn 10 years with their pictures. That's who you fucking talk to. That's exactly who you fucking talk to. You don't talk to somebody that doesn't fucking have any idea about fucking images or how to fucking even look into them, how to investigate images after a crime scene, the pictures from the crime scene. These people annoy me to no end. So, Mr. Sheriff there in Las Vegas, fuck you. You should have fucking watched my goddamn report 2 days after I fucking had the shooter even in the goddamn casino for you, and his wife sitting beside him. I don't know who that fucking guy is you found in the hotel room with his damn face blown off. It definitely wasn't Stephen Paddock. You dumbass. You know what? I think I'm going to fucking rewind and I'm going to play that shit. Because I don't think anybody hardly fucking remembers that shit. They don't have any idea. They got their story all mixed up. It was an AR-15 with a bump stock. It was an AR-15 with a bump stock. Damn, 6 hours? Fucking, I nailed it down to an M240 with a 100-round clip. What the fuck is wrong with people? You don't know 600 rounds per minute? You don't know 1,400, 1,500 rounds per second or per minute? You don't know? You don't know what the difference in gunshots? It's insane. It really is. It's just insane. Hold on. I gotta find the fucking channel. What channel was I on back when I did that shit? I don't remember. Let's see. Hold on. I'll find it. I think it was it Runaway Slave? Maybe it was Runaway Slave. Let's see. Let's see. There's one, but that's not the first one. All right. On October 6th. Where's my other camera? Did it already go out of business? Are you shitting me? Oh, no. Okay, never mind. Oh, that's... Duh, that's... Oh, I know what I'm looking at. Shut up, I'm stupid. Alright, let me turn the sound up on this one. And I'll do... This. And then I'll do this. And... Actually, let's see. I want to go... the large, right? No, small. Yeah? That good? Yes. Okay. I don't want to confuse you. Here, let me turn these off. Y'all ready? Here you go. Sound. Oh, we're going. No, cause you retrieve from the. Damn it, that ain't the right one. Hold on. God damn it, what channel was it? That was that one with the asshole Mike Cernovich. Well, if you think it was a conspiracy theory, don't listen to me. I found it. Honey. Would you like to see your work engraved in fucking YouTube stone, honey? Sweetheart, would you like to see your work engraved in... Look, this is what I'm talking about. You talking about people that are on top of shit and always damn right about shit, and everybody's always turning around and coming back and saying, yeah, well... I hate to say it, but he was right. I say the same thing about Tim Osmond. I fucking say the same goddamn thing about him. I hate to say it, but he was fucking right. Fucking hate that shit. Anyway. Oh, I already got the sound. Let's go. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. It brings me great pleasure to welcome the thousands here live tonight and the millions watching and listening around the world. Live From the luxurious Mandalay Bay Resort and Casinos, where the conspiracy theories battle to the death, let's get ready to rumble! There's a microphone right there. Alright, let me move that up. I'm really sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I kinda fell asleep. I was tired. I sat up watching videos all night last night. And I probably look like I just woke up. I did. I just got out of bed. I'm sorry about that. Anyway. Let's see. I don't know where to start. I am not sure where to start other than here. Me and my wife just started diving into it a little bit, and mainly half this stuff that you're going to see today, she found and she put together. So, whenever I show it to you, if I act like I've never seen it before, it's because I've been sleeping. Alright, so this is what I got. You see a picture in front of you. No, I just got out of bed, I swear to God. I woke up at like 5 o'clock this morning. Popped out of bed. I went to bed at like 1. I got up at like 5. Fell asleep again here. I worked for a little while, fell asleep again. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that to you. But this is what I look like when I first wake up. Anyway, so the picture that you see in front of you, you've seen the one on the left. I know that. I know you've seen the one on the left. But who is the one on the right? The one on the right is from a video that just popped up yesterday of a dude gambling in Vegas. Here is that video.
Okay guys, we know there are a lot of strange things coming out of this Las Vegas shooting, and jumping to conclusions is the last thing we want to do. But there are questions that need to be asked, and we know mainstream media isn't going to suddenly rise to the occasion and do what they're supposed to be doing. Somebody just sent this to me, and in the spirit of question everything, I'm just going to throw this out there. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification button, because I'm sure this won't be the last Las Vegas video I'll be doing. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and remember to hit that like button. Maybe we can force this video to top trending and make mainstream media at least pay attention.
Friday, October 6th, 2017.
Small blind, big blind.
Anytime I went to bed, it would have folded everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I didn't bet.
Small blind, big blind.
Anytime I went to bed, it would have folded everybody.
Oh, yeah. Small blind.
Oh no, up under this morning. That's his wife. Tracy found her today in that video, and she matched it all up. Got the pictures to go along with it and everything. I want to show you how this guy is padded. And that's his wife. Sitting right next to him. Send that down there. I don't want to show that yet. Is this it?
Hey friends, it's October the 13th, 2017. I just got this message from a dear friend.
Yeah, watch this.
A let's take it for what it's worth and pay attention to it, and I'll give you any follow-up she gives us on this. So, YouTube's already taken it down, so I'm going to try and post it. God bless. Hug the kids, hug the wife. The old Marine one. Here we go.
So old Marine Vaughn got this in his box today. Old Marine Vaughn is Dan Pratt's dad.
This is a very serious public terrorist at large alert. Please pay and share this as much as you possibly can. Apparently, the Las Vegas Police Department knows the motive behind the attack that Stephen Paddock purportedly engaged in, attacking thousands of people at a concert in Las Vegas. But the FBI will not allow them to release the motive because it implicates the FBI in illegal arms deals and supplying arms to ISIS terrorists within the United States borders. Stephen Paddock was apparently an undercover FBI agent who participated in multiple illegal arms deals in the Las Vegas area in a gun-running entrapment scheme similar to Fast and Furious. And we all know how Fast and Furious was a complete disaster. Paddock thought he was engaging in another routine arms transfer, but ISIS had learned
He was
about
a
the
double
entrapment
agent. He
scheme
worked for the
and
fucking
Paddock's
Clintons.
true identity. They killed him and carried out the massacre and then fled the scene. Everything is being kept under extreme wraps because armed ISIS terrorists are still at large, and this is very
Tracy Paddock's got a tattoo on his neck, the number 13. Bet you nobody showed you this yet, have they? Paddock has a neck tattoo, very light, right here. It's a number 13. He also wears button-down shirts with collars. The shirt, as you see he's wearing, is a collarless shirt. It's not the kind of shirt he wears. He wears plaid, striped shirts, always, almost. But they always have collars. And never is that second button buttoned in all of his pictures. All his first and second button are always unbuttoned, all of his pictures. But in his death picture, he buttoned up one more time just to make sure that he was presentable for the camera. Now, you'll also notice that he is fairly shaven in this picture. You won't find another picture of him shaven. He's always got a 3-day stubble going. He has a tattoo on his neck of the number 13. The corpse does not. Next. This is now she had to pull a where the hell is my camera at? She had to pull a damn Russian bids, didn't she? Yes, she did. She pulled the Russian bids card, y'all. I didn't even know she knew who Russian bids was, but she pulled the Russian bids card. So she went through all the Jason Aldean crap and all his lyrics and stuff like that. Alright, let's go through it. You gotta go through it, right? Some lyrics, too. One Won't Forget. I guess this is the song that was playing when the shots rang out. This ain't no lay low kind of night. You get everything just the way you like it. Don't matter where we set the party down. Underneath the stars or the lights of town. Girl, when this night ends, let's make it one of the ones we won't forget. Alright? I know you're going, what the hell is, I don't understand. What is he trying to show? I don't know. We're just going to follow. Alright. That's cool. Alright. There we go. There's more. Image. Add. Folder. I'm going backwards, I know, honey. I'm going backwards, I know. I told you she pulled a Russian bids card, and she actually looked it all up. She spent all this morning, Tracy spent all morning in there looking this shit up and creating all these pictures. And it is so nice to get some fucking help. The left-hand side is the Las Vegas Illuminati card. The right-hand side is Jason Aldean's arm tattoo. I know, I'm going backwards. I'm going backwards because I wanted to wind back up on Paddock and them. I think this is... I don't know. Well, I'm just doing it this way. It's easier for me to keep track of it. And now when I saw this, I was like, who the fuck would get a tattoo like this? Who the fuck gets a tattoo like this? Man, if I had all this dude's money, I'd be getting tattoos removed if I had them. Who gets a fucking tattoo like this? It's the Jack of Spades and the Ace of Spades. The same thing on the Illuminati card. Las Vegas, Las Vegas, Las Vegas. This goes along with the next picture. Oh, wait a minute. No, I didn't finish that one yet. Hold on. Oop. Hello. All right. Now, this is the gematria stuff. Right? So, Jack equals 10, Ace equals 1. It's 11. Shooting was October 1st, 10-11. On the Las Vegas card, 3 loose chips, 2 stacks, 32nd floor. Alright, that's it. There. Where's the chips? The chips are right down here below the cards on the Illuminati card. Jack and a ace. In the blackjack, the jack is a 10. The ace can either be a 1 or 11. 1 is the 10th letter. No, J is the 10th letter of the alphabet. A is the first letter of the alphabet. That's 10 and 1, day of the attack. Jack and ace also represent the initials of the singer Jason Aldean, who was singing when the attack occurred. So he's going to say that J.A. is Jason Aldean. Jason Aldean. Shit, that ain't it either. Hold on, honey. Hold on. I got it all incorporated into another one. Fuck. Jason Aldean. This one, maybe? I don't know. Incorporated into another one. Fuck. This one, maybe. I don't know. Hold on. Dang it. Hold on. Dang it. I have done lost. Wait a minute. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. I'll find it. I have done lost. Wait a minute. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. I'll find it. I'm looking for it. Here it is. Here it is. All up. She spent all what's in the video. The girl on the left in the black is the girl sitting beside the dead guy at the casino table. And look at the other pictures of his girlfriend. We got some more too. She did a good job with this, y'all. Good job, honey. Good job. Excellent job. 3 others side by side. Pictures of girlfriend after the attack. Passport. So let's get this one. Oh, that's the same one. Wait a minute. Is this the same picture? That was a passport. Alright. How about this one? That one any better? I can bring these back up. Anybody wants to see them after I kind of get done, y'all, we can bring them all back up.
Friday, October 6th, 2017.
Small blind, big blind.
Anytime I went to bed, it would have folded everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I didn't bet.
Small blind, big blind.
Anytime I went to bed, it would have folded everybody.
Oh, yeah. That's small blind.
So I looked up the glass company back when I first did it, and found the people who proudly advertised their glass on the building, which was 3M partnered with Glass America. Glass America provided the 3M glass for almost all the hotels in Las Vegas that were built in and around the time the Mandalay Bay was built. Most of the construction was Steve Wynn stuff. The rest was pretty much MGM stuff. They were the two that put up this particular kind of glass, and the Mandalay Bay actually has 2 layers of this 3M glass on it. And all the hotels along here have the same dang glass, but most of them just have 1 layer of that 3M plastic. The Mandalay Bay has 2 layers. The top layer is a gold layer. 24 karat gold is what they called it. Now, I didn't mention this before, sorry. I noticed it when I was putting this together earlier. I was like, oh my god. Because I was trying to track it down in the other videos. Anyway, so here's the glass broken out. Or the glass shot from the Inside Edition thing. The company went out of business. So, no need to try to call them. They're not in business anymore. But here's that glass. Here's Mr. Officer Friendly trying to bust through this glass. Now, that battering ram he was using, he can knock in solid core steel doors. That's 1 layer of the 3M stuff. Now, Stephen Paddock must have worked real hard getting that damn glass out so he could take some shots. Oh yeah, they'd already shot that glass. Now this is the old hotel coming down. And when they constructed it, in the first couple of weeks, when they got to this point right here, it started sinking into the ground, they said. And that's when people started seeing all the trucks taking all the dirt out from underneath this place. They said they had to drill in 30-something new pilings and go 10 times as deep and stuff like that. This is where the theories of shit but blow it, whatever that might be. Fusion Center, CERN, I don't know. Who knows? I don't put nothing past them. Bunch of assholes. I'm sorry. I just told myself I was going to try not to cuss tonight. Okay, so I'm sorry. Now, I don't have anything else to say about the underground stuff. I just thought it was kind of interesting when I ran across it again today, because other people had been talking about it, and I was like, oh, this is where that came from, that theory. That it was because they said, oh, now Officer Friendly, he's still working on that damn window. Stephen Paddock busted the shit out of his in short order. I don't know what the hell. This thing's already been shot 26 times. That window's already been shot 26 times with a 22. And a couple of men have gone at it with a couple of different... Look, here comes somebody else. He says, I'm going to take a piece of pipe to it. That's what this guy's... Whack. Whack. I can't seem to break it, Sarge. Whack. Bay, the replacement windows. Let's watch how they work. Now, would you have gone all that damn trouble if you started trying to bust the fucking window out, like the windows was busted out, after you took about 10 solid shots at it and bounced off of it, wouldn't you just take the damn glass out yourself? I'm sure it's just a couple of bolts or something. So this is... Stop! Stop preaching. Put your hands behind your back. What do you think, Sarge? Alright, here's them putting the windows back in the Mandalay Bay, the replacement windows. Let's watch how they work. Now, would you have gone all that damn trouble if you started trying to bust the fucking window out, like the windows was busted out, After you took about 10 solid shots at it and bounced off of it, wouldn't you just take the damn glass out yourself? I'm sure it's just a couple of bolts or something. So this is... They put a piece of plywood over the broken window, and they accessed it from the windows above and below it. See, this is what doesn't make any sense. Own union, and that dude was the president of the union. Now, you're going to hear a radio interview with a dude that said he was the partner of Campos. Not the partner, but he worked at the Mandalay Bay and other casino resorts in that area. And he is going to let you know that what the president of the union just now said is bullshit, that if you're going to work security in Las Vegas and you're going to work security in a casino, you got to have your sheriff's card, you got to have your casino card, you got to have, because they got bars, you got to have your bartender's kind of card or whatever it is.
When I seen that interview with Tucker Carlson, that union rep just flat out lied about having certain license that Jesus Campos needed. You have to have a sheriff's card that is given out by the Metropolitan Police Department. Well, right now I'm retired. I got hurt on my last job. I got hurt. The two casinos that I worked for, I worked for one for 7 years, and I was armed there. I needed all the cards, the gaming card stating that I was armed. I needed the alcohol awareness card because I'd be working around the bars, and the CPR AED certification. And that's for 7 years with that company. I did a lateral transfer over to the second company where I did my last stint, and that's where I got hurt, and I had to pull an early retirement. Tucker is saying is that they've been looking to the private investigators, the PIID.
Shit. Seriously, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, you can't hear me. Yeah, I'm sorry. So I was just saying that back when this was going on and we were looking into this, even just Las Vegas, it doesn't matter what else it is. It doesn't matter. It could be something pop up tomorrow, and we will go through it and we will work it out together, and we will have some really solid evidence of anything areas that's going on. and nobody's gonna fucking pay attention to you. Nobody's gonna fucking now. If you go screwing around and do some real stupid stuff, they'll point at that, and they'll point their people at that. But when you're doing solid fucking work, they'll never say a word about it. I can promise you that. They never do. They never do. So I get frustrated because we do really good work around here, and it's not the work anybody is interested in. Yet they want to get to the bottom of the things. They want to get to the truth of. They want to get down to the matter of things. They want to get down to the truth. And you can like stick it right in front of their goddamn face, and they're like, oh well, man, like even on the fucking this stupid shit, even like the gun in Las Vegas, stupid shit, man, stuff that any fucking retard could goddamn figure out, man. I still hearing people talking about bump stock fucking AR-15s. That are supposedly solid fucking people that are supposedly fucking on top of shit. How could anybody fucking still stick to that fucking narrative? That's unbelievable. How could anybody stick to the narrative that the fucking Paddock busted fucking holes out of the damn glass in the place that had 2 layers of that 3M stuff? You saw cops trying to go through 1 layer of 3M coating on top of that same fucking glass from the same fucking people. That was their advertisement for that fucking glass. How come I'm the only guy that found that shit? How come I'm the only guy that even looked into the fucking glass in Las Vegas? How come? I don't understand. I don't know. Fucking there should be 1,000 people fucking talking about shit like this. And everybody's still stuck on, oh, it's a fucking AR-15. People fucking might have died. People might have fucking got killed, man. These fucking little goddamn people got killed up in there. It's like, yo, you don't even fucking think you have an idea of what the fuck killed them. You don't have any idea what the fuck you're talking about. A lot of times the only investigation media that we got to go through is shit that gets posted on YouTube, and it's up to us or YouTube and Google or whatever, image searches, whatever. It's people that have taken pictures and put up videos. You got everybody doing something and putting shit together, and it's like by the time the shit's a week old, I'm trying to move on to the next one and fucking decode that and pick that a fucking part, and you can't even get nobody to look at what you did. Seems like nobody else is showing the shit. Why wouldn't that shit be important? Paddock, 65-year-old guy, can't go through a fucking double 3M glass that cops can't even go through with only 1 layer after they shoot it 26 times with a fucking high-powered rifle. And they still can't bust through it, but Paddock fucking busted them damn holes in there. I know you're going, yeah, Jeff, we know it was a false flag. We know it was a false flag. We get it. We know it was a false flag. See, there's a difference between getting it's a false flag and proving it's a false flag. You understand? I mean, you got to take everything apart. You take it all apart. You strip it down naked and stake it out on a big old platter for everybody to inspect and look into and look about it. I don't just do fucking punditry around here. I mean, look at all the shit that we have put together look at all the shit that we have put together right here on this channel. Just off of shit that we talk about. Even if y'all fucking reposted everything that goes on here on your channels, nobody's going to look at it. But if you post something fucking dumb as shit, man, fucking everybody will point at it and say, "Oh, look, look at that shit. That's awesome." And you're going, "What the fuck is wrong with y'all?" So let's get back to the fucking news, shall we? Let me find that other thing. Hold on. Okay. Even if he would have shot that window out with a... And he could have very well, for the first bunch of shots you heard, could have been somebody zipping through it with a belt-fed gun. But there is no doubt he was using an M240 with a 100-round clip in it. And he had all them extra clips. He never used a damn AR-15. Nobody ever heard a AR-15 fired. All right, getting back to the... I'm sorry, I know how we got there, Rob. I was talking about the sheriff in Las Vegas is still saying he has no motive for the Las Vegas shooter. And it just kills me, man. We're supposedly QAnon and all this shit going after the fucking Clintons, and they don't fucking have any idea who that fucking dude is. Damn, my kids could have shot holes in this fucking story and told you who the dude belonged to. My kids could have fucking done this shit. And they still have no idea. And a lot of people that you listen to have no fucking idea. It's just a mystery. Just fucking a mystery. Just a fucking mystery. Oh, yeah, but don't forget, they found child porn on his computer. So that's all you need to know, because that's all you're going to need to hear is fucking they found child porn on his computer. And wait till they find child porn on your computer. Won't sound so silly then, will it? Because you'll say, I've never looked at any such thing. Yeah, you don't have to. Oh, but you know how many? There was 851 people shot. Is what they say now. The injured have gone up to 851. Why they should still be scrubbing blood off the fucking sidewalks out there. All them guys that went out there, it was Jason Goodman and stuff like that. They didn't ever look around for no blood, did they? No. I mean, I ain't saying they didn't do nothing, but damn, come on. Fucking find some blood. Let's see what other kind of headlines we got. A malfunction triggers sirens at nuclear plant. They're fixing to pull a full-scale false flag nuclear attack on our nation. They're working on that right now. They can't flush $20 trillion down the toilet. They can't. They did 9/11 for fucking $3 trillion and some gold. And an asbestos problem, really, if you want to look at the damn nuts and bolts things. Probably got a lot of illegal trades done on the stock market on the same day. I can promise you. And I think Bitcoin has a lot to do with it. It was a lot of transfer of wealth. They can shut it all down. Fucking a lot of people who the top 1% of Bitcoin holders owns 90% of the wealth. Just like your central banks. Just like your central banks. They had the false alarm in Hawaii put across the table as somebody actually flicked the wrong fucking button as they were changing shifts. It was supposed to be just a test, but it was a full-blown alarm, and they couldn't shut it off until they got with DHS, and DHS are the only ones that could shut it off. You had a nuclear alarm go off in North Carolina. The only nuclear plants in North Carolina reside right beside Army bases. The plant in Wilmington sits beside the biggest arms depot in the nation. If they did a false flag on Cherry Point, I would be extinguished immediately just by the shit going off down there. They got more shit at Cherry Point. They could crack the world in half with what the shit they got at Cherry Point sitting in some bunkers. I don't think I would last a minute. And that would be one of the very first targets that we would have. I mean, Washington would be a big target, New York, and then you got all the militaries. Pope Air Force Base, Fort Bragg. You take all these bases that are, big bases and shit. Yeah. And do I think that Russia's going to fucking nuke us? Hell no. No, I should take that back. They're going to fake a nuke or some sort of attack by Russia, and then they're going to first attack Russia in like a fake retaliation, and then Russia is going to fucking nuke us. Because they're going to understand these people are so goddamn crazy. These people are so goddamn insane and stupid over there in America. We can't let them fucking nuke us and not just completely wipe them off the fucking face of the earth. If they're gonna put our lights out, we're gonna destroy them. Make sure they don't never. They have started war in every goddamn country that sits around us. They are sitting here pointing all of our fucking weapons at us. They're sitting there pointing all their weapons at Kim Jong fucking funny hat down there in North Korea, or funny hair hat, I should say, down in North Korea. Somehow, some way, they're all just, they're like. Like that's what they're doing? No, them motherfuckers are sitting there looking at us like, I don't know what to do with crazy people. I don't know what to do with crazy people. Kim Jong-un is sitting down there in North Korea going, these people are insane. Yeah, that dude is saying we're insane. That's amazing. He's even going, yeah, man, look, I ain't trying to nuke anybody. I keep nukes for defensive purposes only. And we're going to send some people to the Olympics this year. But I just want everybody to know, these Americans are trying to kick up a real fucking war. And they're going to try to pin it on me. And I'm not going to do that. And that's exactly what he did. And Putin's been sitting back the whole time going, Man, I don't know what to do with crazy. I don't know what to do with fucking crazy. These people are working a goddamn 100-year plan that we're not involved in anymore. Or maybe they are involved in it. I don't know. Maybe that is the plan, is to fucking wipe out and exterminate everybody just through a nice showdown with Russia. And maybe they're in on it fucking too, I guess. I mean, hell, they got the space shuttle Mandela effect bullshit going on. Probably do. Fucking, I don't know, man. These people are insane. These people are absolutely insane. Stock market, they always do this too. Stock market, 31% gain during 1 year. Stock market has gained 31% in 1 year. 1 year. Venezuela just collapsed. Right before they collapsed, their stock market was as high as it had ever been. Trump takes a bow to this one. He says, yeah, and it's grown by 6.9. The economy has grown by $6.9 trillion. Good, 14 more trillion, and you can pay back that fucking money that y'all done lost that all my kids fucking owe right now. That $20 trillion. Oh, I know. You'd rather get into a goddamn war to wipe that shit out, wouldn't you? Yes, you would. I know you would. Fucking y'all do fucking far more for far less. Bunch of crazy ass bastards. Oh, isn't that sweet? The tribes want Elizabeth Warren to say she's sorry for claiming to be a damn American Indian that she never was. I'm guessing they ain't never gone up against a pipeline, and they're asking one of these motherfuckers to give them an apology. I bet you Elizabeth Warren wouldn't spit on a fucking Indian if they were on fire. She damn sure... Well, she might try to piss on them, but not to put them out, just because she probably enjoy that sort of thing. What a fucking loser. Elizabeth fucking Warren. Elizabeth Warren sitting shit. That's her fucking, that's Elizabeth Warren's Indian name. Elizabeth Warren sitting dope. Sitting dope. She is sitting dope. Memo. Oh, release the memo. Release the memo. Release the memo. Hashtag. 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 Hashtag release the memo. Hashtag release the memo. Hashtag release the memo. I don't think people quite understand how fucking government works. I swear I don't. Oh, you need the fucking memo to understand and show people that the FISA courts have been totally fucking manipulated by some sort of deep fucking state going on, and they're spying on it. All the fusion centers, fucking big old buildings everywhere, all over the country, just taking in all your damn information, everything you do. No, they're not spying on you. They're spying on Stephen Paddock. They were spying on him. They knew about his child porn before he ever went crazy. They knew about his child porn before he was already on the radar. So is his brother. His brother was on the radar. I bet you them Zarnaya brothers in them and up there in Boston, they was probably some child porn dealers too. It's my guess. That's my guess. They were probably some child porn dealers. They probably had inflatable sex dolls. Just the whole 9 yards. FBI paid expenses for Trump dossier. Definitely wasn't the Clintons. Fuck yeah. Definitely wasn't the Clintons. Definitely wasn't the Clintons. Why would you even think it was the fucking Clintons? The FBI just now, They're admitting to it. The FBI is admitting to it. They're the FBI. They're admitting them swell bunch of Joes. They're admitting that that they definitely paid for. They fucking broke the law big time. They definitely admitted to that shit. Absolutely. Fucking wasn't Clinton. That's all we know here at the FBI. Wasn't fucking Clinton. You'd be crazy to even suggest that the Clintons paid for that shit. No, we did. We paid for it. Yep. Memo allegedly reveals spies abused by officials. Hashtag. Hash fucking tag. Release the memo. Do y'all not understand how the rules of the Senate work? They can't release the memo. They already fucking voted on it. They couldn't release it with a fucking Supreme Court judge standing there saying, release, hashtag, release the memo, hashtag. Not even if the Supreme Court was sitting there saying, hashtag, release the memo, could Congress or the Senate release anything that they've already voted on, whether or not to release or to release. That's how that shit works. You can't back up now. You just have to understand. They're doing it. They're doing everything that you ever thought that they were doing, and a lot more. Paid for by your tax dollars. Absolutely. You paid for it all. You paid for all this abuse, all this anti-terrorism task forcing going on. You paid for every goddamn dime of it. You see one of them fresh trucks riding down the road with the big tires and the big blue lights in it, and Mr. Fancy Ass sitting there with his big badge and going on. He's hunting down them terrorists. He's hunting down as soon as he gets done writing you a fucking ticket for some bullshit, he's going after some terrorists, because that's how he's dressed up to go after terrorists. He's not dressed up to actually. So don't be speeding. Don't be speeding, because you're going to take him away from his terrorist hunting duties, because you can tell, you can look at all law enforcement now, you can tell they're geared up to look for terrorists, not to write speeding tickets. So don't be speeding, because you're taking them. That's why they can't find no goddamn terrorists, because they're too busy writing you a goddamn ticket. That's why they can't find no damn terrorists. See, if you just stopped speeding around, we wouldn't have a problem with terrorism. Britain's first sex doll brothel opens. Yeah, but the best thing is 1 in 4 Britons between the age of 24 or over the age of 24 has some form of dementia. So, I don't see a problem. The ones with dementia, they're probably going to be the same ones that use the sex dolls. Truth is that when you got dementia, ain't nobody going to suck your dick. I don't care how much money you got in your pocket. It's not going to happen. I don't care. You can be, you could even be Harvey Weinstein and get a gorgeous model to suck you off. But look, if you're Harvey Weinstein with dementia, nobody's going to suck you off. Man, they'll fool you into thinking that they did. They'll be like, okay, Harvey, I'm done. Where's my money? And he'd be like, did you? Yeah, we had fun too, didn't you? Well, I can't. Yes, I had lots of fun. Thank you. Here's your money. See, that's why that's not going to happen. So a sex doll is not going to think you're crazy. And that's why this works. Sex dolls, they go for any guy. They don't have any preference at all, man. A sex doll, I seen a sex doll with a mailbox one time. They were going at it, because sex dolls don't care. They don't got no personality. They ain't thinking about nothing. They ain't got no, Mr. Perfect on the brain. They just ain't got no brain and all that, because they're a sex doll. Now, I think that also sex dolls should have rights as well. It's something that they might want to look into, to give them the sex dolls some workers' rights. Like let them form a sex doll brothel union. And that would be, yeah, robot pole dancers. I think they're unionized now. Opioids hit the suburbs. Wow, that's a fucking headline out of fucking left field. Opioids hit the suburbs. Did somebody have to pull off the highway and get some gas somewhere? Wow, opioids hit the suburbs. This author of this story must be a Nobel Prize winner. I mean, he's going after Edward R. Murrow Award for sure. I'm talking about he's going to get the Emmys, the Oscars, and everything else with this fucking opioids hit the suburbs. Of course, the opioids hit the suburbs because the cops have laws against people having opioids. So anything that is illegal that you can catch a lot of time for, there's going to be a lot of that. Even though they had the same problem during Prohibition, and they learned under Prohibition that, you know, that's, if you're interested in, there's a lot better ways to go about it than making something illegal. You see, that's how we got to having ABC stores and alcohol and and Alcoholics Anonymous counseling and shit like that, because there's going to be people that fucking drink regardless of what the fucking law is. Dumbasses. Michael Phelps. Extremely thankful I did not take my life. Why? Because fucking you got caught taking a bong hit or something? I don't fucking... These people are insane. Video. Fans panic during violent brawl at New York City hip-hop concert. You gotta be shitting me. Fans panic during violent brawl at New York City hip-hop concert. Okay, so I know you're probably thinking I'm reading these headlines from Better Homes and Gardens. I get it. I know you think I'm reading these fucking headlines from something like 17 Magazine or fucking Better Homes and Gardens or something like that. I know you think I am. But I'm actually at Drudge Report. This is where your mom and dad are getting their fucking news at from the internet. You wonder why you can't talk to anybody when you go out that door. You wonder why you can't talk to anybody when you go out that fucking door. You're just like, everybody you talk to, you're just like, oh my God, what the fuck did you just say? Yeah, I know, I do it too. Wow. Fans panic during violent brawl at New York City hip-hop concert. I'm failing to understand the headline. Fans always panic at a brawl at a New York City hip-hop concert. It ain't even got to be a hip-hop concert. It could just be a couple of hip-hop dudes down in the local club, like hip-hopping and stuff like that. Man, these people love fighting and fucking running and fighting and doing shit. You ain't never been to Baltimore on a 9 o'clock Friday night? You ain't been nowhere. You ain't got to have a hip-hop concert at all. You can have two brothers fucking rapping on a goddamn corner, and the next thing you got is a brawl going on. Anti-smoking plan may kill cigarettes and save big tobacco. It's not even 1984. It's like so fucking turned upside down. I don't care what fucking headline I read. I'm going to shake my head at every fucking single one. I know I will. I'll just be in just total dismay that anybody would even put that in writing. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait a minute. It's totally changed on me now. Where the hell am I? Symptomless STD resistant to drugs. A donut eating champ arrested for robbing a donut shop. Man punches self in the face to avoid sobriety test. I believe that. Fuck yeah, man. He knew he was drunk. Man, you ain't. Look, you think that's a stupid thing, but with the way cops are acting nowadays, shit, man. You could do that shit and get away with it because they're all fucking getting goddamn criminal as fuck. You can do shit like that and get away with it all you want nowadays, it seems like. They're not helping. They're not helping. They bring it on them damn selves. They really do. They really do. Allegedly passed out drunk Tesla driver claims autopilot. Yeah, okay. There we go. First black woman assigned to space station yanked from mission. You know why? She left a hatch open. She left a fucking hatch open to be sure. To be sure. And I'm sure that's what they yanked her ass. They said, hell no. We done had the space station Ocean Man up here like once, and he tore us all a new ass. He shut us all down, and we can't have nobody up here leaving the hatches open like that, bitch. So you got to go, because the safety man's liable to come up here any minute. Conservatives escalate war against Silicon Valley, pledge to expose bias. Wow, those investigators, they're going to expose some bias. They're going to expose some bias? You damn right, they're going to expose some bias, bitches, because you don't know nothing about it. Google ends fact check. Facebook to rank news sources. I'm guessing I'm getting a big old thumbs down. But it's a good thing that we got the conservatives that are pledging to expose bias. It's a good thing that we got the conservatives ready to expose the bias, because Facebook is now able to tell people that they rank news sources. And social media platforms accelerate removals of hate speech. Hate speech, yes, hate speech. Now, would saying the words or hate speech be somehow misconstrued with hate speech? Like if I'm just talking about something and I say, and you know about that hate speech, just by saying the word hate, isn't that a hateful thing just to say the word hate? I'm just saying, I'm not sure exactly where to draw the line. I don't know if it's up here near you or back here towards me. This line, this change the language line, I'm not sure where it lies. I'm thinking that line is somewhere about right here. That line is somewhere about like right here across my head. I wish this thing would quit refreshing. It just tosses everything around everywhere. Judge interrupts jury, says God told him defendant not guilty. I think that goes with the opioids fucking story right there. Definitely. Man charged for a satanic ritual on passed out woman. Well, did they charge her with anything? You know, two-way satanic rituals are supposed to be consensual. That was stupid. Shutdown fear grips DC. Yes, we got a new budget plan. We got to pass a budget. We got to pass a budget. We got to pass a budget. We have made pledges up here in Washington to expose bias. And we need money. Lots of it. If we don't get all your money, we'll never be able to expose this bias, and then you'll never know whether you're being censored or not. Border wall prototypes thwart commandos in tests. Well, I'm glad that you built a test fence somewhere, at least. Maybe you built it like in fucking Canada or something, is my guess, is where you built the fucking test fence. I'm sure you built it nowhere near the southern fucking border. I can promise you that. That thing is nowhere near the southern border, that test fence. It's probably in London or something. No, they need one in there too. No, it's probably like in Greenland. That's probably what that Greenland story is all about. They built a fence in Greenland. New York, London, passenger flight goes supersonic and record-breaking trip. I would like to see what the return flight trip is as well in time. Could somebody look that up? There was a supersonic record-breaking trip from New York to London. What is the time there and the same plane coming back? Did it come back to New York? TV crew attempts to pass fake bomb through airport security. Now, what I want to know is when they were arrested and what jail are they still in right now? Because if the cops had nothing to fucking do with it and they were just doing a story, then I can promise you, taking a fake bomb into a damn airport will get you near about life in fucking prison. So if you believe this story, go ahead. It was not a TV crew. They would all be, the story would be TV crew attempts to pass fake bomb through airport and is jailed for the rest of their natural lives. That's the fucking story. That's the headline if the story is true. Hey, like you could do it. You're going to show up with a fucking fake bomb in your backpack and be like, well, I'm just a fucking, a damn independent journalist, and would you like to search my bag, sir? Let me videotape you while you're doing it, too. Yeah, fucking please. Plus, TV crews are so inept now, they fucking know green screens. That's what they do. They do green screens. They'll put up a fucking flailing trees behind them and be like, oh, I'm in a hurricane, and it's windy out here. With her friends like throwing water on them from a glass. Russian spy ship off the U.S. coast. You know what they're going to do? They're going to snip them underwater sea cables. And it's a goddamn good thing that we got satellite dishes and shit. Because we've been doing our infrastructure up there, as you know, you stupid Russians. You so dumb, Russians. You want to snip some of our underwater sea cables? You ain't never heard no satellites, have you? No, sir. No, you haven't. You ain't never. We got shit transmission stuff that is magic. We can communicate with anything all over the world. We don't need no underwater sea cable. So you can take your sea cable and shove it up your Russian asshole. Plus, it's fake anyway. We always use satellites, you stupid Russians. Chaos at jail after masked inmates line entire cell block with minefield of booby traps. Hell yeah, bitches. We ain't just gonna go hungry and riot and burn shit. We're gonna create booby traps. That's a funny story. I believe that's a true story. That's funny. It's probably somewhere down in Mexico or something. Slowly, Germany begins to ponder life after Merkel. You think life after Merkel is the fucking thing you gotta ponder? How about life with another million fucking immigrants next year and the year after that and the year after that and the year after that? How about fucking, could you ponder maybe all your kids getting butt raped in school by their fucking Muslim fucking teachers? And because it's some sort of weird Islamic ritual or something like that. I'm thinking that there's a lot of things you should ponder. You know, there's a lot of things you should ponder, all right. And I'm guessing life without, you know, y'all are stupid over there. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with these people over there. They should have already been totally revolting on their damn government for that shit, for bringing all them. We should too, really, for all the immigrants that they brought in here. With not counting them and not keeping track of them, and, you know, we've lost a lot of shit to immigration. Italians on track to be a minority in their own nation. Yeah, well, that don't matter. They don't give a shit about that. They don't give a shit about how many of you is left at all. Journalists protest Philippine move to close news website. Let me read that again. Journalists protest Philippine move to close news. Okay, so the Philippines closed down a news website, I guess over fake news or something, right? I don't know. Who knows? Sex crimes rampant at rehab centers. Sex crimes rampant at rehab centers. Oh. Wow. You wouldn't think that at all. That story seems really unbelievable, because I just wouldn't imagine that there would be like weird stuff going on at a rehab center at all. That's just weird. That's like finding a cat at a SPCA or something. That's weird. Cold snap kills 24,000 pounds of fish in Alabama canal. Well, how did they weigh all that poundage? I mean, how did they get 24,000 pounds? I can't really even conjure what 24,000 pounds of fish looks like. Is it a truckload? Is it a silo full? Is it a, I don't know. Dogs beg owners to be let out. Save freezing lady's life. Oh, maybe they weren't begging to get out. Maybe they heard her through the fucking door because they're dogs and they can fucking hear her, and they could hear somebody fucking screaming and yelling, and they were like, I gotta pee, yeah, sure, whatever, I gotta pee. Dumbasses. Tell ya. NSA deleted data on Bush-era snooping. Yeah, buddy, I'm sure they did. Neighbor charged with assault on Rand Paul. What the hell did Rand Paul's neighbor beat the shit out of him for? You know what? If your next door neighbor is a fucking senator or a congressman, and you walk up to him and beat his ass, I'm thinking it ain't got nothing to do with politics. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Texas shatters the record for winter electricity use. I'm guessing that every person in America is using record electricity as far as the rates go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Monique calls for a boycott of Netflix for gender and color bias, niggas. Damn, I didn't get my damn notification. I didn't get my notification that she was calling for a boycott of damn Netflix. I had no idea. Man, I wish somebody... Rob, why didn't you tell me that Monique was calling for a boycott of Netflix? Damn. Well, it seems like Monique would call for a boycott of, like, watching anything except for gender or color biased fucking films. Like, what if Monique would have come forward and said, you know, this is my boycott. I want to boycott everybody watching anything on Netflix that is not like black or about black or gay or about gay or something like that. Like sci-fi flicks and shit. No. You can't watch anything like that or any other movies. You can only watch shit that's all gay, transgendered, black, purple, all these things. And let me tell you, people here something, just in case you might be like some sort of social justice warrior that's offended on how I talk. Well, number one, yeah, you can kiss my ass. But number two, I identify as a patriarch. I would appreciate it if you address me as His Majesty. Now, I'll address you in any which way you would deem me to address you. If it's as a whiz or a diz or a kiz or whatever, I'll use it. But I prefer His Majesty. I appreciate that. Thank you. Who the fuck is Monique? No, it's not Monique. It's M-O-N-I-Q-U-E. It's Monique. 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 Well, it's got a hyphen, so it'd be like Monique. Right? Monique. Anything else? Anything else in the headlines? Anything interesting? Anything interesting? Oh yeah, don't forget, this weekend, the New England Fate in Brady hand. If you're one of them football player guys or watchers in the Patriot games, Tom wears a glove at presser. Oh, he's a quarterback and he's wearing some sort of Magic Michael Jackson glove. This is going to be an issue, I can tell already. It's got Deflategate written all over it. I'm sure we're going to see something that we've never seen before. So that's enough of fucking retard fucking news headlines for the evening. I just wrote one headline myself. It pretty much just said the bad and the ugly. Because all the good's gone. The fucking good, all the good's gone. I can't say the good, the bad, the ugly no more. You got to rewrite. They need the Mandela effect, the good out of that, because they don't need that in there. It just needs to be the bad and the ugly. All the good is gone. Who the hell is that guy behind me over there? Is that me? That looks weird. Look at that. That's strange. It's my clone. It's my clone back there. Y'all didn't know that. That's one of my clones back there. I told him to do everything that I do. Watch, 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 watch. Jazz hands. Yep, see? It's funny, ain't it? Okay. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to turn this off for 10 minutes. I'll come back in 10 minutes. I'm taking a break. Taking a break to see if I can turn anything off. That's one, and this is one. This is one, and here we go. Here we go.
Oh crap! Prepare to jump into hyperspace on my mark.
All right, stand by.
Hey everyone, it's Aaron, and I just want to show you a bit more information about this flight route data. I know that my microphone's not very good, so I'm speaking loudly this time, and I hope that helps. Alright, so what we're looking at is, if you have to watch my last video really to understand what we're looking at. But basically, I've taken the flight route data and I've processed it. I talked about the steps of it in my last video, but basically I've got a load of flight route data, and what you're looking at here is a 3D graph which is latitude along one axis and longitude on the other axis, and average flight speed at that location on the z-axis from all the flight data that I could get. Okay, so if we turn this around, so I look at it from above, you'll see that it looks a bit like a Peters projection. They're more kind of square shaped. And what I want you to notice is first of all, there's two different colours, so there's two different things being charted here. The red is the sphere calculation. So the red data is the average surface based on sphere calculated distances and therefore sphere calculated speeds, and the blue is the flat calculated distances and flat calculated speeds. I want you to notice.
Oh crap! Prepare to jump into hyperspace on my mark.
All right, stand by.
Hey everyone, it's Aaron, and I just want to show you a bit more information about this flight route data. I know that my microphone's not very good, so I'm speaking loudly this time, and I hope that helps. Alright, so what we're looking at is, if you have to watch my last video really to understand what we're looking at. But basically, I've taken the flight route data and I've processed it. I talked about the steps of it in my last video, but basically I've got a load of flight route data, and what you're looking at here is a 3D graph which is latitude along one axis and longitude on the other axis, and average flight speed at that location on the z-axis from all the flight data that I could get. Okay, so if we turn this around, so I look at it from above, you'll see that it looks a bit like a Peters projection. They're more kind of square shaped. And what I want you to notice is first of all, there's two different colours, so there's two different things being charted here. The red is the sphere calculation. So the red data is the average surface based on sphere calculated distances and therefore sphere calculated speeds, and the blue is the flat calculated distances and flat calculated speeds. What I want you to notice is, well, there's lots of things to notice actually. First of all, I want you to notice that if I turn this on its side, that a lot of the points, although a lot of the speeds are around this kind of level, like this is nautical miles per hour, so 500-ish, so 3 to 500 nautical miles per hour. But you also see some very low numbers, okay, and some very high numbers. And I want to just talk about that. You have to understand the data to understand where these points are coming from. Very low numbers could be perfectly innocent things. So for example, a plane could be just taxiing along the ground. Now I've filtered out where a plane doesn't move between 2 points at all, but if a plane moves a small distance, it may not be in the air. So it's probably legitimate to have some spots where there are quite low numbers. They could just happen to be airports, very busy airports, which pull the average speed down. So I'm not really too worried about a few low numbers there. But what's really interesting is these high numbers, because some of these high numbers, so you see, there's a few different things going on. You see this general trend here going on, okay, of very much increased flight speeds when you look at both flat and sphere calculations in certain areas, because if you look, I'll zoom in a little bit further. I want to show you that some of these things are very localized effects. So you see some of these where you've got a very high, you've got clusters of these sort of pillars of very high speeds, but they're actually very small areas where this happen. They're very localized. Can you see? They're quite localized clusters of very high speeds, and it's not the whole south, it's certain areas. Okay, and it's in the south, of course. Another thing to realise is that when you're looking at so latitude distances are the same on the sphere and the flat model. It's only longitude that's different. It's only when you start getting very south that you're really going to see any differences in speed. So in the north, you're going to expect to see things being quite close to each other, because the overall geometries of the sphere and flat model are more similar in the northern hemisphere, and they start to diverge as you go more south. But look at these very high numbers, and what I've already cropped this. All right, so I've already made a cutoff point of 2,000 nautical miles per hour, and I've chopped off all the data points that are above 2,000 miles an hour in order that I can show you all of this data, because of course on a graph it's got to choose its range. So I've just chopped the highest points just so that you can see the distribution of this data to start with. What I'm going to do now is just rerun my process. So I'm just disappearing into the background. So rerun my process, and this time I'm going to remove the filter. So if there are things that are going on above 3,000 miles an hour, then it's 2,000 miles an hour. Then it's going to include them this time. So hang on, it's just running the process again. When it's finished, I'm just going to open that file up again. Okay, it's done. So it's processed it, and there's about 840,000 points that it's using, and it's averaging those it's putting those into the 1 by 1 latitude longitude buckets and averaging them. I'm just going to run this again. Hi everyone, I'm doing this again. I turned the I had to take a pause because the fan was getting too fast and drowning my voice out. This is the 4th time I'm recording this segment because my recording software is being really annoying and keeps crashing after I do it every time. So sorry if I sound a little bit annoyed, but it's getting a bit boring doing this. Okay, I've put back the data, I've put back the crazy high points in the data, and so the average, close to average data is all squashed out at the bottom. What I want you to see is that there are points here, speeds, implied speeds, not actual speeds, implied speeds, which in both sphere and flat versions are completely insane, like 50,000 miles an hour, 60,000 miles an hour, right? Okay, there's one point up at that level. Okay, that's only one point. Down here though, there's 20,000 miles an hour. Okay. Here, there's 10,000. I mean, there's quite a few points over, say, 5,000, right? So there are some really crazy numbers in here. Just numbers that obviously planes can't go at. It's not the Millennium Falcon. It's just an aeroplane. It's a civilian. These are all civilian data, right? So there's no military. Oh, maybe it's a magic X-plane they told us about in that media story. No, there's no magical X-planes anyway, right? But if there were any, they're not appearing in this data. These are civilian, boring, just planes you can actually get and that really flew these real routes and really logged 60,000 miles an hour. They didn't actually say in their log, I'm doing 60,000 miles an hour, because they don't calculate their speed. In ADSB, it doesn't calculate their speed. Interestingly, actually, because you might have thought that if you were logging, imagine if you were designing a logging system for aircraft, like, oh, what should we record? Latitude and longitude and bearing, and there's not really anything else to record. Oh, altitude. Yeah, I can't really think. These people all sat around, they couldn't really think of anything else to record. thought so, right? They couldn't really think of anything else to record.
All right. So now y'all have seen that. All right. So sorry about that. All right. So now you're probably going, why are we watching that, Jeff? Why are we watching Aaron Dover's old shit right there? I'll tell you why we're watching Aaron Dover's old shit right there. Because he ain't dead, damn it. I refuse to believe it. But I just want to talk about Aaron Dover's heat map, if I could. I know you're thinking that this video right here, after a guy taps into the air traffic control system run by NASA and is allowed to, or everybody's allowed to, but he tracks every fucking plane in the sky for a couple of days, tracks all their points, where their reported points are, how fast they're going, and that sort of thing. Alright, I have an issue with this, even though it looks great. Even though it looks great. It looks good. It looks great. But could I just let me see if I can find a picture first.
First of all, we start
okay. This is Malaysia Flight 370's flight path. Malaysia Flight 370 was a damn nice airplane. Had all the gadgets that you could have in an airplane. Had a fucking button for everything. Y'all want to see what the Flight 370 Malaysia airplane looked like in the cockpit? It looked like the space station. It had everything. But what it doesn't have is a way to report its position to anybody, anywhere, once it gets out of radar range from whatever last radar station is near it that sees it on radar. When a big plane gets out onto an open ocean, as soon as it's out of radar contact, they don't have a fucking idea where it goes. It could go to the fucking moon. Nobody'd fucking know. Because they don't report their fucking position. Planes don't report their position or their fucking speed. They only start looking for them when they don't show up where they're supposed to get to. That's it. It's always been like that. Always. I didn't make this shit up. It's the way it is. You can look into any goddamn, we lost a goddamn airplane situation that ever fucking happened over the damn ocean, and they always tell you, we have no idea where to look for it. It's not because the current's going to take the shit and whatever, like a plane don't fucking float. You seen a dude land a damn plane in a small fucking river, a big old 747 with a bunch of people on it. Lost his engines, hit some like birds or something, some blind penguins or something. Hit him, old Scully, and he landed that 747 right in that little channel, that little creek. 747s, landed, and it floated. Now, you might say, well, Jeff, it could have been a very catastrophic thing. Fucking blew into pieces. Okay, well, planes don't blow into pieces. They might break up. They might have something fall off, fucking engine, break something else, whatever. I can see a plane hitting the fucking ocean real hard. Yeah, but it's still going to float. Man, there's going to be more shit floating around you can shake a stick at. Now, it's not hard to find if you know where the plane went down at. Like if you got a longitude and latitude, where to start looking, or a GPS position, where to start looking. This is the last time it was reported on a GPS. But you'll look at these kindergarten looking graphs, and this is what they showed you. Like them little dots or points or positions that it gave up and gave a signal to. No, the last time they fucking saw that plane was when the pilot said bye. That's the last time they saw that fucking plane, when the pilot told the tower, see ya on the other side. See ya on the return trip. Whatever he said. That was the last contact that fucking airport had with that damn pilot. He got that plane out over the ocean, and the plane disappeared. It could still be flying today. You wouldn't know. I mean, maybe it landed in Antarctica or something. Who fucking knows? But it could have been used as a next upcoming false flag plane or something like that. All these disappearing planes. But I'm just trying to point something out to you. If you think that planes report their position somewhere on some sort of vast array of fucking radars and shit like that, that's why they couldn't find a plane or anything at all. Because they don't have any idea where the fucking plane is once it fucking gets out of radar range. The plane has things in it that tell it what its airspeed is, what the wind speed, which direction the wind is blowing from, how fast it's going, how far to get there, what direction you need to be pointed at to get to where you're going. All these things you input when you sit down in your happy ass down in that little cockpit. You start punching buttons, and the buttons you're punching that are like where you're going. Like, I'm going to be following 10 degrees north, 15 minutes. 10 degrees south, 20 minutes. And they'll plot their fucking thing out on the computer. I've watched them do it. And they just do it by direction and time. Now, the nicer stuff, it already knows the path. Like, they can just punch in airport names, like the last three. Like, if I wanted to go from RDU to, I don't know, what's another big airport? What do they call it? Doesn't matter. Yeah, all airports got their own little names. You can punch them in, and it's going to you can do autopilot. And that's no problem. Because as soon as you drop out of autopilot, you're about where you need to be. You can pretty much set autopilot and be where you need to be. The plane is going to fly in the directions that you told it to fly in. It's not going to follow a GPS signal at all. That's not how they work, ever. GPS doesn't work up high in the air. They've already proven that. People have taken GPS units on fucking airplanes only to find out GPS doesn't fucking work at 40,000 feet. It doesn't work. And it doesn't work on the open ocean. So a lot of things that they tell you in this technology they say is there. Just simple stuff like that. You might think it's real, and you might hate me, and you might think I'm the biggest idiot in the world for saying what I'm saying. But that's okay. I don't care. Because you don't know. That's why I don't care. Because you don't know. Because you don't know a lot of things. And I ain't going to be mad at you for it. Like, for instance, you might think, I don't know, Mars is red. Right? You probably think Mars is red. But I've got pictures of Mars green. From NASA. Now, you might say, well, obviously there was some sort of conditions going on in space that would cause that planet to be green. And I would beg to differ. I would say maybe there are conditions in space that were causing it to be red. See, you say tomato, I say tomato. Isn't that how it works, y'all? But around here, we trying to still figure out where Malaysia Flight 370 is. I think it's somewhere like down near the Boston word, where it says Boston, like in between the B and the O. Right, like, yeah, right in between the B and the O. That's my best guess as to where Flight 370 is. Where do you think it went? Ships don't use GPS. They can use GPS when they're near land, but they use LORAN. There is a local inland GPS system for boats, but it still works off the regular GPS system. But they just put it in the same thing. They put it in the same fucking can that all their other radio shit's in. Man, they got fish finders that can do every goddamn thing. They pretty much, if you could hook them up to your damn boat, your boat would be damn autopilot in the water. I've seen fucking fish finders. Just fucking a pretty basic thing. You just look up, go to Google. Look up fish finder. And look at the specifications of the nicest ones. You'll go, wow, that's fucking awesome. Remember, inland fishing, anytime when you're out at sea, you get out of range of GPS. And that's when you rely on LORAN. Now, they'll tell you that LORAN went away and it doesn't exist anymore. But they didn't make it go away. It just got better. I mean, they can reach out there a couple of 300 or 400 miles on LORAN. It's a beacon. It's just a tower. It's just a beacon. And instead of a light, it's sending out a signal. In the Pacific War. How do I have a hair on my mouth? It seems like. In the Pacific War. You might remember old films where you would have pilots that didn't know where they were, and the tower would say squawk on whatever, and the pilot would say, okay, I'm squawking on that particular frequency. This is to help them tune in to the direction that they're going. Because the only time they would need this is like when some of their equipment ain't working or not working right, or if they have no fucking idea where the fuck they are. Like they fell asleep at the wheel or something like that. So what happens is you can turn your radio down, I guess, is the best way to say it, is turn your fucking radio down. And when you squawk on that channel, when you turn to that channel is going to have a beacon on it. And that beacon might be a buzz, it might be a tone, it might be whatever. And as you point your plane away from that, it'll get fainter and you can't hear it. So just to figure out where you're at and which direction you're going, you can point your plane around until you hear that thing coming in strong, like, and that's squawking on a damn channel. And then once you know which direction that damn beacon is, you know where he's at, and he can tell you everything around him and how far you are from this and how far you are from that, and then you can actually find other beacons from there. But if you don't fucking know and ain't nobody there to help you, you don't know where the fuck you're at. See you, Joey. So if all this fantastic communication apparatuses all worked, just all this, like they say it does. They wouldn't need a fucking tower every half a mile away from every other tower. They had all the communications you got now in 1992, and they were working off of literally no towers. Now, all that was pretty much analog signals, which will go farther. That's why they went to digital. They pulled all the TVs off of analog, UHF, BHF, boom, gone. They went to digital everything. Digital signals don't travel that far. That's why they got to have a tower everywhere around you. But being that they got a tower everywhere around you, now they can flood them towers with other shit. But they sold it under the premise of digital technology being broadcast and everybody's hooked up. But on the same token, anybody that thinks that they're getting a digital fucking signal from outer space when a digital tower can't even fucking broadcast a mile down the goddamn road, your fucking dink is shit. I mean, I'm telling you, if you think that a tower sitting down the street from you that needs these fucking power cables that are this fucking big around, multiple power cables this big around running up to that goddamn equipment because it needs that much power to broadcast that much fucking signal only that far. But you think they're broadcasting the same types of fucking signals, digital signals, like your little fucking digital antenna dish sitting on your fucking roof. Yeah, absolutely. You are a fucking wizard. You're a fucking wizard. Because that technology that doesn't exist, that you think exists, sitting in that platform in outer space, running on solar panels, can broadcast those same types of signals through the atmosphere hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles away. Yet the tower down the street from you can't fucking work for 3 miles. It can't even work a half a mile. But you think somehow, because it's pointed that way, it's going to work. No, it doesn't work like that. These signals that you think exist out there on the ocean and up high in the air and stuff like, they don't exist.
Well, Jeff, have you not ever heard of a satellite phone?
Yeah, let me show you one. I'm getting there. Got to bring a couple of things up. All right. Let me get this one up. Right here. Oops, actually like that right there. That one. And I want to get this one up. Okay. No, not that one. How about that one? Oh, how about that one? There we go. All right. For all those still awake and paying attention, this is an iridium. It's iridium. That's it. It's a diem. It's a Iridium Extreme 9575 satellite cell phone. Fucking newest shit you ever seen. You ain't never even had one in your hand. This motherfucker will work with satellites. It'll work with satellites. Okay? Now, let me show you what we had see, these satellite phones are awesome. They're fucking awesome. I'll show you how awesome they are. In 1992, 93, 94, somewhere around there, I had a cell phone. It looked just like this. The service cost, back then it was $150 a month plus roaming. And roaming meant that you couldn't connect with your local tower. Meaning, if you drove 100 miles down the road, you were now roaming. You could not connect to your local tower. You had to transfer through another tower owned by somebody else. I had a bunch of work out on a place called Bald Head Island. And it was 7 miles. It was 7 miles from the shore. And 7 miles from the shore, you had no cell phone service at all. Unless, now this is a Motorola right here. This is a Motorola brick. That word that you heard, brick, this is what the brick is. This is the original brick. And they called it a brick because it was about the same size as a fucking brick. It was crazy. I had one. I even had a leather case for mine, a little leather case that went around it. Mine was really cool. But you know what? I couldn't use mine like that on Bald Head Island. I had to get the extended antenna, and mine was much longer. I had about a 2-foot whip on my damn cell phone. And now I had cell service. And I could communicate with my local tower as far as Myrtle Beach or Richmond, Virginia. It was exponential. 1 inch. It's exponential on an antenna. 6 inches, 12 inches, the farther, just like you see CBs. CBs, they have a different wavelength, or CB radios, or that's all. It's a different kind of antenna. It sends, but you can still bounce your signals. Now, on CB stuff, not this cell phone stuff, but you can bounce your shit off the atmosphere with a CB tower or even a radio tower. Not with these. This isn't long enough, but you could make it long enough. And it was, when you just had this little guy, the stock factory fucking antenna, man, you couldn't get too far down the road at all before you lost your signal. So you had to get an antenna like that. And everybody looked like a fucking... Now, you thought that during that time that people would say, well, I wouldn't carry that around. You'd look like a dork. Right? You look like a dork. Carrying that around. Like, I remember people saying, man, you look like a dork with that long antenna. You need a little cool antenna like this. So let's go back to satellite phones. What you got is a fucking phone with a really large antenna. You understand? This is how your fucking cell phone fucking works. It doesn't work off a damn cell phone tower in space. It may even bounce signals off of the facosphere. but it does not communicate with a fucking satellite in the space. Why? Do you see the dish antenna on this thing? Well, for some reason, you think the dish on your house is getting satellite signals and you need a dish to do it. But you damn sure don't see a dish here, do you? No, you don't see a dish there. How about satellite in your car? Where's your dish on your car? You don't have a dish on your car, but they sold you satellite service? I go get my money back, because honestly, I would think that they need to put a really nice dish on top of a car if they wanted to sell me satellite anything. Do you understand what I'm saying or no? Does everybody understand what I'm saying?
Oh, well, Jeff, that's why you think they kick it off at an angle like that, Jeff?
Because when you turn it and you're talking on it like that, the antenna still points straight up. Not so it can like get some sort of funky angle bounce off of something like that. It's a straight up fucking antenna. That's it. It's a single pole antenna. It ain't capable of any sort of weird satellite transmissions.
Well, Jeff, what about what about the dish on top of your house, Jeff? What about the dish on top of your house?
Yes, the dish on top of your house is a radio antenna as well. It's a convex dish like that can absorb as much signal in the atmosphere coming at it as it can, because it's a very, very weak signal in a lot of places. The local providers, you might think it's Dish Network, but it is your local Time Warner or Comcast or whatever, using the dishes beside their transmission dishes beside their buildings. They're not defunct. They're still hooked up. There's still power lines running to them and shit like that. They still use them, and that's what they use them for. And yeah, they bounce signals too. Your local Time Warner guy might be bouncing signals to fucking Richmond, Virginia. And that Time Warner guy might be bouncing his signals over there to fucking Tennessee. It's not like your local guy with the dishes out there beside his place, he's actually pumping you shit. Yeah, he might be pumping you shit, but he might be also pumping shit to somewhere else, because he's got the right azimuth to bounce off the fucking ceiling back down to the ground to them. What do they need all this other towers and shit for when they had all this stuff originally? I agree. I don't fucking know. I guess I'm just going on what they tell me when it comes to like digital communications and how digital is nowhere near as strong as analog, and okay, just keep fucking me around on all these crazy things that I keep finding out is either wrong or inaccurate or fucking just totally fucking, I mean, these people are on drugs. That's what I think. I think these people are on drugs. Some sort of weird drugs. I can't even keep up with it anymore. It's like you shoot one damn thing, they pop up with something else. Just as ridiculous. Just as ridiculous. Yeah, and if you think I'm kidding with you about any of all this at all, I certainly am. I'm not serious, not one bit. If you think like you have to be a complete retard to think anything like this, you're right. You're right. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding around. I see Richard Clark is not in here. He is avoiding being banned tonight, but I assure you, we will ban him. Do y'all like the new overlay? You guys, do you like the new overlay thing? I worked on it a little bit today, trying to freshen things up a little bit. I gave it like a little concave look up here, or a little kind of swoopy kind of thing. I changed some colors around. I even put some boxes inside of stuff to pretty up the corners a little bit. See how hard I work for you guys? See how hard I work for you? I even put another camera back there just to make it look fucking weird and shit. Ain't that really crazy? I just need some more green right behind my head back here. That's a white one. I need a green one so you can see through it too. But it's just a white one. It costs $5 to make a call because you're actually providing service through whatever local antenna can pick up on that particular phone. You got contracts with everybody and you're paying per minute. The people that give you satellite service are paying X dollars per minute or X cents per minute to everyone. They're all in on it. They sell satellite phone shit like they sell cell phone shit. You don't know. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Look at what they already do, and you think that they wouldn't cheat you in your own ignorance? They'll cheat the fuck out of you, man. They'll make shit up just to charge you money. I tell you. Yeah, people are funny. Where's Richard Clark? Speaking of crazy people, where is he? Still not here. And I promise we're not going to give Joy. She's not going into the hat drawing tonight. Or is she already going to? Is it just us, Rob, me, and Lee? Alright, it's just me and Rob and Lee. Everybody else is asleep. I ought to like play some like head-banging rock music or something like really extremely loud to blow some speakers out. Okay. Let me explain signal bouncing to you. I don't know where in the hell I have not been licking a fur rug, I promise you. When I was 13-ish, 14-ish, I had been in I was always like honors band and honors orchestra and shit like that, but I had a special kind of invite to play at the Juilliard School of the Arts with, it was a handful of other people. It was more like a all-state kind of orchestra thing, but it was kind of a national thing. And they had us staying at a hotel in New York City. Now, it's safe to say that in 1986, 87, New York was a pretty bad place. So they didn't let us kids out of that fucking hotel because we were all minors. So we just fucking got in trouble in the hotel. All right, so got an idea one night with my friends that we were going to fuck with some people at about 3 o'clock in the morning. We had already broke into the bar and got a bottle out of the bar, and we was already 3 sheets to the wind. and somebody got a bright idea. I'm not saying it was me. I'm just saying I can't remember exactly. But this is what we did. We took a remote control out of our room, our TV remote control. Okay? And then took the little fire box, where you break the fucking glass on the thing to pull the fire thing. Well, that little thing was just hanging on a hook beside that. I know you're probably thinking, well, I've never seen it. Yeah, it was a fucking long time ago. Like, fucking everything that revolved around fire or fire protection, you had to break fucking glass to get to it. I know you're going, Jeff, that sounds fucking retarded. But I assure you not. The fucking everything that revolved around fire protection, you had to break something to fucking get to it. It was the strangest thing you ever seen in your life. But anyway, they had this little hammer thing that broke the fucking glass so you could pull the fucking alarm thing. But the little metal handle, it looked like a little flat wrench. Like a little flat piece of metal about this big. And all the doors in the whole hotel, they all had a big fucking gap like that under the door. So we went from floor to floor in a random order with a remote and a piece of metal, and would stick it down at the floor and turn the TV on and turn the volume way the fuck up, and you could hear it, man. You could hear people waking up, yelling at each other, fucking, honey, what the fuck is that? I don't know, goddamn, turn it down, you could hear people just coming unglued. So then we go down to another floor and do it down at the other end, and then they ended up catching us. But it was actually, we were bouncing signals with a remote. It's my earliest experience with bouncing radio signals off anything. Bounce them off metal. Can't bounce them off a carpet. That's why we needed the fucking little wrench thing, because you could point it at the carpet and it would just like get absorbed into the carpet. So we had to use that little metal thing. Oh, come on. Can anybody give me a laugh? Just a LOL would be fine. It was fucking hilarious. You should have heard the fucking people. It was absolutely one of the funniest things I've ever done in my life. It took Ring and Run to a whole new level. Anybody ever did that ring and run where you go ring the neighbor's doorbell and run away when you're a kid? Man, it took ringing, because we did it fucking 20 times at least, man. It was the same every time. If there was somebody in the room, because not every room had somebody in it, we'd turn it up and fucking you wouldn't hear nothing. But every time there was somebody in the room, because we'd jack it all the way up, click, 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 real fast, and fucking it'd be full volume on whatever channel they were watching last. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. I know you're thinking, Jeff, you're going to hell for that. I know. Because there's somebody somewhere right now saying, I stayed in the Edison Hotel on 42nd Street, and I swear to God, the room was haunted. The TV came on and turned all the way up, and Harry thought he saw something. I know that hotel was haunted. Or there was somebody else telling another story that went something like this. Yeah, the fire broke out on the ninth floor. I ran down to turn the alarm on, and the wrench for the glass was gone. So anyway, I had to run downstairs to the next hallway, and that's so I could break the glass, because that wrench was there. I broke the glass, and I got the alarm pulled. But just in that delay right there, it caused 182 people to burn up to death in their beds. We don't know who stole the wrench. We're still looking for him today. Yeah, I know. Everything has a consequence one way or the other, doesn't it? Is everybody asleep? Is everybody asleep? Really? Is everybody asleep? Damn it. I'm gonna hang this thing up. Y'all are hurting my feelings tonight. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I even gave you a funny story, too. But my point was tonight of broadcasting was to let Richard Clark know that anytime you see a missile anywhere around you, it's not the enemy's missile. You'll never see the enemy's missile at all. You won't see it a little bit. You might even see a flash out of the corner of your eye, but you'll never, ever see the incoming missile. Period. It won't happen. The only time you'll see it is if it gets lit off here. Keep talking, just fucking around in the shop. Hey, what are you doing? What are you building? What are you working on? Hey, Joseph, what are you working on? What the hell? I'm running a poll. Everybody tell me what you're working on. What are you fucking around with? I want to know. I don't care if you're clipping your toenails. I want to know what the hell you're doing. Everybody tell me what you're doing. I'm fixing to sit down. My dogs are tired. Sleep, paperwork. Ooh, sweetheart is in the bathtub. I could go wash her back. Getting ready for an RC race tomorrow. Racing cars. Yeah, they're cool. I like RC cars. Tell you a bedtime story. Sure, Lori, I'll tell you a bedtime story. I don't have a problem. I don't mind. I'm downloading webcam stuff. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Ice fishing tomorrow. Lori Gale, anybody that's willing to go down to a lake and saw a fucking hole through a foot of damn ice to maybe catch them a damn fish has got to be the wantonest fish eating person ever. You gotta be hankering for some damn river fish to be sawing holes in the ice and dropping a line down in it and standing around and your ass freezing cold weather, cold enough to freeze a lake and make a bunch of ice that you gotta saw a hole through to catch a damn fish. How do fish not even like swimming around? Fish pretty tough. You going ice fishing, you going all that trouble and you don't even eat fish? Wow. I couldn't do that. You must love them just a lot. I mean, you must, that's love right there. I don't even eat fish, but I don't go ice fishing with you. Jeez. Yeah, that's love there. I know that's got to be love there. Oh, hey, I got some news for you flat earthers. Y'all be happy to know that, wait a minute. Hold on, let me get there. I ain't sharing nothing, am I? No. Alright, so anyway, y'all flat earthers out there, y'all ever heard of Orphan Red? think I found where she might have gone. Let's see if we can find her. What? Oh, come on. All right. All right, so this is the in real life section at Twitch. And this is where they are. This is where they are raising a whole new generation of orphan reds right here. See already? Let's see if we can find her. That's crazy, isn't it? Look at this. Let's just look at this for a minute. This is insane. Shit, can y'all see that one right there? No, hold on. I'm sharing the wrong thing. Oh, come on. There we go. Now you can see it. All right. Let's go back up. This is the in real life section at Twitch. Look, this one right here. Look at this one right here. Myrtle Beach hot tub pool. Look. Oh, there she is. Right here. Oh, wait a minute. That's Orphan Pink. Dang it. Hold on. We're going to find her. We're going to find her, y'all. Hold on. She's in here. I know she is. There she is. Oh, she dyed her hair black. Oh, no. She's a freestyle rapper. Hold on a second. Here she is. She looks like a Chinese girl now. She had plastic surgery. Oh, no, wait a minute. She's prepping for ramen noodles. Huh. Dang it. We're going to find her. We're going to find her. She's in here. Here she is. Oh. No, that's not her. Here she is. No. No, that's... Wait, hold on. Hey, there she is. Oh, we can't tell. She's got her head down. That's her right there. That's Orphan Red right there. Hold on. We're going to find her. She's here. Oh, is that her? No. Oh, shit. Look at... Oh, my God. Look at his outfit. That's amazing. I got to get one like that. Wait a minute. She's here. I know she's here. Oh, there she is. No, that's not her. Oh, there's Orphan Blue. Orphan Blue is here. Orphan Blue. I'm sorry. We're looking for Orphan Red. Oh, shit. No, that's not her. That was scary. Hold on. Ooh, there she is. No, that's a guy. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. She's here. I know she is. We can find her and bring her back to the flat earth. We can find her, bring her back. The flat earth losers need cleavage. We must get her back. Oh, well. This is kind of making me sick just looking at all this. I feel like I'm being infected somehow. Alright, fuck that. I can't do that anymore. She's lost. Shit. She's gone. I don't know where else to look for her. I am ready to get off of here. It's going on 11 o'clock. And, y'all are just falling asleep on me anyway. But I don't mind if you always kick back and listen to me. Because you know who I listen to? I listen to people that I can sit back and just listen to them talk. That's what I enjoy listening to. Even if I don't agree with everything that they say, I don't expect everybody to agree with everything that I say at all. I expect, I expect everybody to do the same thing I do. I listen to people that, and I say stuff all the time. I go, oh man, because if they were my brother, I'd just be like, smack them in the head, like dummy. But it's okay. It's all right to sleep on me. I don't mind. I really don't mind. But sadly, I am going to have to get off of here, and y'all gonna have to find somebody else to go to sleep on, so I can go to sleep on somebody. See how it works? It kind of rolls around a little bit like that. And I didn't have to show anybody any cleavage today at all. I can't even believe it. I was thinking I was going to have to give show some ass or something, but I didn't even have to do that. It was awesome. Just being wanted for your voice and everything. That's freaking awesome. But, don't be bashful. It's okay to ask for a titty shot, I ain't going to be mad at you. I ain't like some social justice warrior or something like that. I take offense to such things. I mean, I don't have titties. I'm just saying that if I had titties, I would gladly give any of you guys out there a titty shot. But I don't have it. I don't have any titties. And I ain't going to get my wife to give you a titty shot either. So y'all can kiss that goodbye. That ain't going to happen. But if I had some, I'd damn sure show them to you. If I was a girl or something. If I was a guy with titties, I probably still wouldn't show them to you because that'd be weird. She's in the tub not sleeping. I didn't say you were sleeping. I wasn't even talking about you anyway. I was fixing to come in and wash your back. Laura Gale wanted a story. I don't know. I just told you a story, Laura Gale. I can't tell you another story. What kind of story you want? I can tell you about the time I almost died when I was a kid. I almost got shot in the gut several times when I was a kid. Me and my friend came across some bullets, and we thought it'd be a good idea to put them bullets on the curb, smash them with bricks on the damn pin end, make them go off. And we sat there and we shot about 5 or 6 bullets off the curb, smacking them with with bricks or rocks or something. If I caught my kid doing some shit like that, I'd kill him myself. I know, you're going, Jeff. You must have been full retard when you was a kid. Absolutely, I was. I was a death trap ready to happen. Absolutely, the whole way. 100%. I was the most dangerous kid there ever was, I think. I caused a lot of trouble. And I couldn't be trusted to be by myself or with other friends at all. You had to keep an eye on me 100%. I mean, you just couldn't let me run off. Man, I was trouble when I was a kid. I sure was. But not like, hurting other people, just like, pissing people the fuck off. Anyway, have a good night. I'm getting off here. I'm Jeff. And yeah, don't work too hard if you got to work tomorrow. See ya.